the gym is packed. This was my after workout snack. I sauteed some Brussels sprouts with garlic and also had roasted potatoes. Hey, it's confession time. I am not good at all, not even a little bit, with decorating and, like, as people say, making a house a home. Like, I can make it a home in terms of laughter and fun and memories, but if you're talking about decorations and furniture and decor, like, that's not my thing. And I know that some folks are like, girl, all you have to do is just go on Pinterest and create your own board, or you can go on House. I do love the House app and just kind of go through and get inspired, you know, from what other people are doing. Unless I'm buying everything exactly as the way that I see it, and and I'm going to the exact same stores and have the exact same room set up, like, you can forget it. I don't know, it's just not my thing. Please don't come for me in the comments as you're seeing our life here together and you're noticing, like, girl, that don't go. That I know, I understand, I know it doesn't go. Like, I'm trying, I really am. And if y'all have some constructive criticism or if you have some ideas and suggestions or recommendations to try to help me, like, I'm here for it. I'll take it, because just decor is not my thing. So we are upgrading, let's say that, different areas of our home. And so in our dining area, we have a new dining table that we like, and we just got a new couch in the living room, one where we all can hang out on it. And I love it because every time we're all on it together with blankets and pillows and such, it just makes me feel like we're having a giant sleepover. So anyway, but another area that I do want to get better at and to focus on is organizations. And so right now, as you can tell, I'm in the kitchen, and we did purchase a couple things to try to help organize the kitchen a little bit more. So I want to share those with you. So yeah, stick around to see what we got going on over here. This is what our spice cabinet, I guess you could call it, is looking, and it's a hot mess. It's just so disorganized. And so I was thinking it would be pretty awesome if we got one of those spice racks. So we found one at Costco that we really like, and I'm so excited to show it to you. This may just become essentially like the overflow, the storage area, right, where we put the different spices until we're ready to put it into the rack. And so this is the spice rack that we purchased. It matches the decor in our kitchen. See, y'all, I be trying. But ultimately I loved it because it does hold 20 jars and it's revolving. So that's pretty cool. And I love the labels on it. But fun fact, I thought this thing came empty. And Chris was like, no, it doesn't come empty. And I did not even read this message right here, which clearly states that the spices are included. And not only that, we get free spice refills for 5 years. I thought this was going to be empty with all the individual labels, and then I could clear out our spice cabinet, right? And fill up all of the individual containers, the jars on here, and then have that whole cabinet that we normally keep spices in, just have it as additional kitchen storage, you know, maybe put like coffee mugs or something in it, but that's not the case. So we're gonna be full of spices over here for a while. So let's just take a look at what's inside and figure out a space on my counter for us to put it. Between the winter and just constantly washing my hands in general, whew, child, my hands are just, they're so dry. They are almost always dry. This that I'm using here, I love it. It's from Lush Cosmetics. So this is called Love and Light. It's a hand cream. It smells, I don't know, it says that it has neroli, Neroli. I'm not sure what that means. And cocoa butter. It doesn't smell like cocoa butter. I don't know what it smells like. It smells a little bit more citrusy to me, but anyway, I love to use this so that my hands can stay moisturized. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. I'm so excited to open it. It's just been sitting on a bench in our kitchen, and Chris has been wanting to open it so bad because he wants to get rid of the box. But we've just had so much going on. And anyway, just a lot going on. So we haven't had a chance to open it. But I get a chance to open it today. So excited about that. So you can see here, this is the main rack itself. Which is pretty cool, nice and shiny. And I mentioned that it rotates, so you can see here that it spins pretty easy. I like this little handle on it too. And it has a little weight before I'm even, put in the jars with the different spices and stuff. So already the construction feels very nice. And let's see what else is in here. So this is some stickers. I know you can't see it, but they are clear. So I'm assuming that if I have some additional spices, I can make my own labels. All right, and oof, this is kind of heavy, but this is where we're going to find all the spices. And then there's some information in here, some nutritional facts and things like that. So it's got the thank you for purchasing this spice rack. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but it looks like it's the company is Kamenstein Spice Rack. And then it has some of the nutritional value in here for some of the spices, like for celery root and the seasoning salt. It also recommends that you clean it by wiping it with a damp cloth. So obviously not trying to put this thing into the dishwasher. It's got the list of the different spices that are in here. It has the amount of grams as well as also in here is ounces. And then for some of the spices, if they are a blend, then it lists out what's included in the blend. So for example, there's celery salt in here. You get 2.29 ounces or 65 grams of celery salt. And to the side, it lets you know that it includes salt, celery salt, and silicon dioxide. So it's good to see for some of these that are a blend, it lets you know what's included in there. So I'm gonna hang on to this just for now. Opened all of the spices. And so you can see here what those look like. Let me bring you guys a little bit closer. Paper that I was reading to you all that goes into detail about the type of spices that are included in this rack. You can also see the name of the company a little bit better and the amount of each spice that you get. And then you can see that some of them have ingredients identified, especially if they are a blend of spices. And then this is what the spice rack looks like up close and personal. You can see that it's really nice quality. I love that it's stainless steel. It matches our kitchen, so I really do like that. Then here, using the handle, I can turn it with one finger. So that's pretty cool. And then of course there is the opening for all the spices. And then these are the spices and they're already pre-labeled, which is pretty awesome. And so I'll just take out chive, for example, and you can see that it already comes with spices included. So let's just kind of go through and see all the ones that we have. Starting with chives. And I was gonna go ahead and put the spices in as I go, but I feel like I want to organize them in a certain way. So for now, I'm just gonna focus on getting them all out of this box. This is oregano, fennel, maybe it's marjoram. I've never used this before, but we have a ton of cookbooks, so we will find a reason to use it. Here we have thyme. This is the celery salt that I mentioned earlier that's actually a blend. Basil. And I just noticed that they do have expiration dates on them. Seasoning salt. And actually looking at the paper, the seasoning salt is a blend of salt, paprika, ground celery, turmeric, and black pepper. And this is the brand that we use. Okay. Moving on, this right here is Herbes de Provence. I feel like that's how you pronounce it. I want to sound fancy. So this one is a combination of basil, oregano, marjoram, thyme, and rosemary. Nice. This right here is sage. Now this is called savory. And savory, looking at the paper, I thought savory was a blend, but apparently savory is its own thing, because on the paper it doesn't talk about a mixture of seasonings. So I'm gonna have to look this up. Savory. This one is just called pizza seasoning. And pizza seasoning consists of basil, oregano, garlic, and marjoram. Here we have cinnamon, rosemary, crushed red chili flakes, dill weed, Italian seasoning, and last but not least, parsley, because you can't forget the parsley. All right, so now that I've finished going through all of the available spices that were provided with the spice rack, it's now time for me to fill it up. Spice rack, let's take you over to your new home right here. I think that works. And then we can easily spin it to the different seasonings that we want. I'm going to spin it this way because these are probably the ones we'll start off using the most. I love it. So I'm on the Daniel fast, but the rest of my family isn't. So that means different meals are being prepared. So I am going to make some chicken tonight for Chris. He really loves stovetop stuffing. So got a bunch of that. So I'm gonna make some chicken, grilled chicken, or I guess pan-seared chicken, some stovetop stuffing, and then I'm gonna make some gravy. It's been hit or miss with gravy, so wish me luck that this all works out well. I seasoned the chicken earlier, so it has been marinating for most of the day today. These are individually quick frozen chicken breasts. However, they're so thick, and I tried to butterfly this to make it all like one big piece, but it didn't work out. So now he's gonna get 2 pieces, which I'm sure he'll be happy about. These pans that I'm using, they are the Calphalon pans. We got them for Christmas. It was on Chris's Christmas list. Woo. Chris's Christmas list. I know my mom's probably cracking up thinking about me trying to say this because usually I can pronounce things correctly, but that one was definitely a tongue twister. So anyway, it was on his list. So we upgraded. See, we're slowly making upgrades around here. We upgraded, let me turn off this fan. We upgraded our pan. We have a whole set of the Calphalon. We're excited to have that. That was a nice Christmas gift, a great buy, and something that the whole family can enjoy. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so high. Okay, I'm not even going to lie. Standing here right now cooking this chicken feels like torture. Slightly like torture, because as you know, I'm in the middle of the Daniel fast right now, and I'm not even in the middle. Today's like day 4, so still trying to be strong and to stay focused, but at the same time I do understand, you know, that temptation comes left, right, and center. Sometimes it's self-inflicted temptation because I'm the one that's literally cooking this meal, but I just want to make sure that Chris has a good hot meal as soon as he comes in the door, because he's usually so tired from work. But anyway, this is something that I just have to be strong, right? And although it smells delicious and it looks delicious, and it would be nice to take a bite of it, I just have to remind myself the reason why I am doing this fast, right? I just have to keep focused on the fact that I am doing this to get a stronger connection with God, to get more clarity with God and the plans that He has. And so sometimes distractions can come in all types of ways, but you have to just stay strong. And in the times you can't stay strong, you can either separate yourself from the temptation, or just pray that God can help you to get through it. And so I will be making my meal after Chris's, which is going to look different, but I feel good that even though the temptation's here, I'm strong enough to withstand it, thanks to God. Okay, so the chicken has been nicely seared on the main sides. It's thick, so I am trying to lean it up against the edge of the pan. And that's also like where most of my oil is too, so I can get a sear all the way around. You can kind of see right here on this piece that this portion hasn't been seared. So I'll be kind of flipping it around in the edges of the pan to go ahead and get that sear all the way around. And then after that, I'll probably just put a lid on it to allow it an opportunity to, you know, kind of steam on the inside to make sure it cooks. All right, the chicken has been nicely seared on all sides, and now I'm gonna put on the lid. Okay, so for tonight, I am having broccoli. I'm going to mix some peas and some corn together. I almost forgot to show you that we use a digital food thermometer like religiously around here when it comes to preparing meat. We don't guess, we don't even try to pretend, we don't do the let me press it down with my finger and no. We just use this food thermometer, so that way we have the peace of mind and the comfort in knowing that our food is properly cooked. So this is how the thermometer looks. I'll just turn it on. On the back side, you can see the different temperatures that it recommends. Let me turn it this way. The different temperatures based on, you know, the type of meat and the way you want it prepared, well done, medium. So I'm cooking poultry, so we're looking at 165 degrees. Now, understanding that when you pull the meat out, it will still continue cooking. So yeah, so I'm already over. Using these new pans is just amazing. Now this piece may not be the same because it's a little bit thicker, but it's definitely ready for me to go ahead and take it out. The chicken came out really good, and I'm super excited that I figured out how to make gravy, so hopefully it tastes well. Jackson, do you want to go out there in that snow? We got even more snow in our backyard. I turned off the lights so you can kind of see it a little bit. I'm going to send him out there in it. Here you go, buddy. Oof. He's the only one that's been in the backyard, and his little paw prints are all covered up now. But yeah, and I still feel like a little bit is coming down right now. I can feel it on my hands some, so I am definitely staying in the house. Come on, Jackson. Come on. So go potty. Come on, go out here and potty in this backyard. Jackson has been out a couple times in the early morning, in the middle of the night, but as you can see, we have gotten quite a bit of snow. I don't think we could even open that door over there. He's the only one that's going outside. So any footprints that were once out here are now all gone. And yeah, I'm not going out here. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll go out later today. I don't know, just kind of seeing him walking around in it. Maybe I will go out and frolic a little bit, but for the most part, we are snowed in. Air quote snowed in, because it's not that deep, but I'm definitely not trying to go anywhere. This is the next morning. Apparently it got so warm overnight, and we have a little bit of rain, but essentially all of that snow that was piled up is gone, just like that. Dang, I didn't even get a chance to do a snow angel. And it is out of here. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram for more.